call to the honourable member for Spence.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is for the Deputy Prime Minister. How is the Albanese Labor government delivering key defence outcomes and cleaning up the mess of the last decade?
Order. Give a call to the Minister for Defence and Deputy Prime Minister.
Can I thank the member for his question, acknowledge his service. Shortly, the government will be releasing its response to the independent review of our surface fleet. And this will be a blueprint for building the most capable Australian Navy in almost a century. But it's important to understand where we're starting from, because we inherited from those opposite the oldest surface fleet since the end of the Second World War. Now, we will fix that, but it will require money and resources. Now, we've heard a lot of noise from those opposite when it comes to defence spending, but they do have a record which is plain to see. If we're to take them at face value, one point they're making is that where they left the defence spend was inadequate. In last year's budget, we increased defence spending by $30 billion of real money over the course of the decade, taking the projected defence spend from 2.1 to 2.3% of GDP. Now, when the Shadow Minister for Defence and the Shadow Treasurer have been repeatedly asked whether they will match our increases, they have consistently said they can't commit. The policy of those opposite is stuck in 2022. But what's worse is that the Defence Strategic Review revealed that in the last 5 years of their government, they effectively cut $20 billion from defence, secretly ripping billions of dollars.
The Deputy Prime Minister will pause. Member Herbert was on a warning. He's tried his luck too many times this week. He'll leave the chamber under 94A. If you're on a warning, here's the tip. I'll be looking at you to see if you continue to interject. The Minister for Defence and Deputy Prime Minister will be heard in silence.
Secretly stripping billions of dollars out of defence through a strategic reserve adjustment. When you take it all back, they cut defence spending, we're increasing it. And the empty hypocrisy of what they say has also been revealed with the Red Sea. For the last few months, they've been saying that if ever asked, they would send a ship to the Red Sea. But when it turns out when they were asked, when the Leader of the Opposition was in charge, they said no. And his excuse is that he didn't know a request had been made. He's asking the Australian people not to blame him. He was just asleep at the wheel. Well, at least over the last 2 weeks on the ABC, the Shadow Minister for Defence has revealed himself as a man of the future. I mean, here we were thinking we needed to be investing in AI and quantum, and all the while the Shadow Minister for Defence is preparing to overwhelm our adversaries with overhead projectors and a slider. They were hands down the worst defence government in our nation's history. The Albanese government is willing to stand up to lead and to make the difficult decisions to keep Australians safe.